Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Haribo, everybody. So we'll read a little bit from Chapter 8 of Adi Leela. Jagannath Mishra returns to the spiritual world. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is an ocean of mercy. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is an ocean of mercy, and glory to the Lord, who is a moon shining in the home of Sachi and Jagannath Mishra, and glory to He who is the life breath of Lord Nityananda. Glory to He who is the treasure house of the Sankirtan movement. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya, who is surrounded by His devotees. By hearing these descriptions of Lord Chaitanya, one attains pure devotional service. In this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead enjoyed pastimes in Jagannath Mishra's home. He kept his true identity a secret. No one had the power to understand who he was. As many games as there are for boys in this world, the Lord played them all. Who has the power to describe them all? These pastimes will be revealed in the Vedas and the Puranas. Then the fortunate people will hear of them. In this way, Lord Chaitanya tasted the nectar of his childhood pastimes. Eventually, the time for accepting the sacred thread came. On the day when he gave the sacred thread, Jagannath Mishra called his friends and relatives, and they came to his home. Everyone assembled there in great happiness. They performed different duties in the ceremony. The women called out Jai and sang songs glorifying Lord Krishna. The musicians played mridangas, sanais, and flutes. The brahmanas chanted the Vedas, and the poets recited prayers. Great happiness descended into Sachi's home. At an auspicious moment, Lord Chaitanya accepted the sacred thread in Sachi's home. In an auspicious month, on an auspicious day, at an auspicious moment, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya, he accepted the sacred thread. The graceful thread was very glorious on the Lord's body. Assuming the form of that thread, Lord Anantasesh himself circled the Lord's body. Then Lord Chaitanya manifested the form of Lord Vamana. Gazing at him, everyone became filled with bliss. As they gazed at the Lord's wonderful Brahminical splendor, no one could believe in his heart that he was looking at a mere human being. A danda in his hand and a cloth bag on his shoulder, Lord Chaitanya asked alms at the homes of his devotees. Giving alms as far as they were able, the men felt great happiness. Smiling women also placed alms in the Lord's cloth bag. assuming the forms of Brahmins' wives. Assuming the forms of Brahmana's wives, Saraswati and Pavarti, the chaste wives of the great sages, all came there. Gazing at Lord Chaitanya's Vamana form, they all became very happy. They smiled. Again and again they placed alms in the Lord's cloth bag. In this way Lord Chaitanya manifested the form and pastimes of Vamanadev. O Lord, please give charity to me. Please place in my heart the gift of your feet, your 2 feet. Whoever hears this account of Lord Chaitanya accepting the sacred thread attains the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's feet. In this way, the king of Vaikuntha enjoyed many pastimes in Sachi's home. Pastimes that are secretly described in the Vedas. At home the Lord already knew all the scriptures. Still in his heart was set to study in the company of others. In Navadvip stayed Gangadas Pandit. He was the crest jewel of teachers. He was Sandipani Muni himself. He was very learned in the books describing Sanskrit grammar. Lord Chaitanya decided to study at his place. Understanding his son's hints, Jagannath Mishra took him to Gangadas's home. Seeing Jagannath Mishra, Gangadas respectfully stood up, embraced him, and gave him a sitting place. Jagannath Mishra said, "I would like to place my son in your care. Please explain everything to him and allow him to study under your guidance." Gangadas replied, "I am very fortunate. As far as I have the power, I will teach him." Looking at his student, Gangadas became filled with happiness. Treating him like a son, he always kept him by his side. By hearing Gangadas's explanation only once, the Lord understood everything. He would refute his teacher's explanations and then prove them again. There were thousands and thousands of students, but none could defeat the Lord. Seeing the Lord's wonderful intelligence, the teacher was very pleased. Saying he was the best of all his students, he honored him. The Lord always defeated all the other students of Gangadas. Sri Murari Gupta, Sri Kamalakanta, and Sri Krishnananda were the most prominent of those students. The Lord would pose tricky logical questions, and then proceed to defeat everyone. Some, thinking the Lord only a small boy, smiled and did not say anything. Every day after hearing explanations and reading, the Lord went with their friends of his own age to bathe in the Ganga. There was no end to the number of students in Navadvip town. After completing their studies, they would all go at midday to bathe in the Ganga. Thousands and thousands of different teachers would always argue amongst themselves. The Lord would now be the beginning of adolescence was very mischievous. He would pick quarrels with the other students. One boy would say, "What intelligence does your teacher have?" Another boy would say, "Look at whose student I am. In this way, little by little, the arguments and insults would grow more heated. Then they splashed water, then they threw sand. Then fights would break out. Someone might throw mud on another and then beat him up also. Someone would swear, another boy and another boy beat him up and swim to the other shore of the Ganga. You know, it's interesting. You see that the devotees, you know, of Lord Chaitanya, they're just people, you know, and they're just associating. And, you know, they're swearing, they're even fighting, beating each other up. You know. So, you know, it's people, they don't know about the great mysteries. The whole thing is just to associate with the devotees, you know, associate with them, you know, and just, you know, be yourself, you know, just that association with a real devotee, you know, and the Lord, you know, which the devotee, you know, like we're bringing the Lord here through the mantras, through chanting, just being together, you know, hearing about the Lord's pastimes, fighting and all that, you know, and that's really the happiness of devotees, you know. This is, you know, you start to get this happiness of bhakti, devotion, you know. So this is, you know, it's very simple like that. Those who don't like to, it doesn't matter how much philosophy you know of, you know, externally of Krishna consciousness and all that. The main thing is, do you like to associate with devotees who are, you know, like on this ecstatic platform, or relishing this transcendental relationships? Do you like that? That's the main thing, because just by liking the association of devotees and doing this, you know, associating with the devotees, here we are, our way of associating with Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda is by way of mantra. So those who do this are very fortunate, very happy. The true happiness you start to get taste for. Otherwise, we're just associating with mundane people in the world, and we're, you know, there's, you know, you get the happiness of the demigods. You know, you can go study on YouTube all these guys. You know, they're kind of demigod followers and mode of goodness stuff, and you get the happiness of controlling the universe, controlling your world. You know, whatever, you know, different things they're teaching. This happiness is real happiness. It's eternal. Yeah. The students shoving and fighting made Ganga's waters muddy and filled with sand. Because of this, the women could not fill their jars with water, and saintly brahmanas could not bathe. Lord Chaitanya was very restless and mischievous. He would go from one bathing place to another bathing place. At each bathing place there was no end to the number of students. Each place the Lord would pick quarrels. At each bathing place the Lord would swim in the Ganga. At one bathing place he played a game with two or four sticks. Some of his students asked him, "Why do you pick quarrels?" They asked him, "Why do you want to? We want to know how intelligent you are. We want to see how much you know about Panji's commentary." The Lord replied, "Good, good. Whoever has the desire in his heart may question me." Someone asked, "Why are you so arrogant?" The Lord replied, "You may ask any question that is in your mind." One student asked, "Explain verbal roots." The Lord replied, "I will explain. Give me your attention and listen." Hearing these explanations, everyone spoke words of praise. Then the Lord said again, "Listen again, and I will refute my own explanations." Then the Lord refuted everything that he had said. Now he explained everything in a different way. The Lord said, "Who has the power to disprove my words and prove that something else is the truth?" Wonder filled the minds of everyone. The Lord said, "Listen, I will prove that something else is the truth." Lord Chaitanya gave a different explanation of the truth. All his arguments were perfect and beautiful. They were flawless. So everybody, repeat what I say, okay? This is one thing we read, that this is a way of worshiping Krishna. So everybody repeat what I say, and I'll repeat it again too. So so the Lord then gave a different explanation of the truth. The Lord Chaitanya gave a different explanation of the truth. All his arguments were perfect and beautiful. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get somebody up here to participate. Who is this here? Bring Amritsuna on camera. Let's bring... Oh yeah, how we do this. Yeah, okay, and so I don't know if... you want to come on, Madhusudana? Let's see here. Oh, first off, I'm going to get my thing here. Be right there. So we're on camera. Oh, this won't work. Hey, Madhusudana. Yeah, you know what? I don't think this is going to work because there's... Well, maybe we'll try it out. So everybody... Oh, this... Again, I don't have the right... if I have to, can't use the microphone because otherwise it mutes the thing.
It mutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it mute? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you, yeah. Okay, so everybody, we're going to repeat each verse here, and so Madhusudana will do it with, let's see how this works. I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe it will. So, then Lord Chaitanya gave an explanation of the truth.
Then Lord Chaitanya gave an explanation of the truth.
All his arguments were perfect and beautiful.
All his arguments were perfect and beautiful.
Ah, it works. Okay, good. They were flawless.
They were flawless.
All the students happily embraced the Lord.
All students happily embraced the Lord.
The students said,
The students said,
now you may go home.
now you may go home.
Tomorrow we will have other questions you may like to answer.
Tomorrow we may have other questions you may like to answer.
In this way, every day the king of Vaikuntha.
In this way, the king of Vaikuntha
enjoyed the nectar of pastimes of logic and learning.
Enjoyed the pastimes of logic and learning.
Accompanied by his students.
Accompanied by his students.
All-knowing Brihaspati came to Navadvip.
All-knowing Brihaspati came to Navadvip.
And participated in these pastimes.
And participated in these pastimes.
Yeah. You know what? How is the microphone working? Good?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, okay. So we'll do it like this. Accompanied by the other boys.
Accompanied by the other boys.
Again and again, Lord Chaitanya played in the water.
Again and again, Lord Chaitanya played in the waters.
So everybody out there, you repeat these pastimes as we're doing here also. Tell me how that's working right there. Yeah, how this is working. Let us know, right? If this is working okay, if you can repeat it like we're doing. Seeing Lord Krishna's Chandra's, accompanied by the other boys.
Accompanied by the other boys.
Again and again, Lord Chaitanya played in the water.
Again and again, Lord Chaitanya played in the waters.
And happily swam to the Ganga's shore.
Happily swam to the Ganga's shore.
Yeah, so you can be meditating on the pastime as you're repeating or listening back, as you listen, you repeat, and then you repeat it. So it's like chanting, actually. How's this working? Do you like it?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah? Okay, we'll keep trying. Okay, seeing Lord Krishna Chandra's pastimes in the Yamuna.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Seeing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in the Yamuna.
Seeing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in the Yamuna.
The Ganga became filled with desire.
The Ganga became filled with desire.
Again and again, the Ganga declared.
Again and again, the Ganga
declared.
Declared.
When will I become fortunate like the Yamuna?
When will I become fortunate like the Yamuna?
Although Brahma, Shiva, and the demigods offer prayers to her.
Although Brahma, Lord Shiva, offered prayers to her.
The Ganga yearned to attain the elevated position of the Yamuna.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't catch the first word.
The Ganga yearned to attain.
Yearned. The Ganga yearned to attain.
The elevated position of the Yamuna.
The elevated position of the Yamuna.
Lord Chaitanya, who is a Kalpa Vriksha tree.
Lord Chaitanya was a Kalpa Vriksha tree.
That fulfills all desires.
That fulfills all desires.
Again and again fulfilled the Ganga's desire.
Again and again filled the
Ganga's desire.
Ganga's desire.
After enjoying many pastimes.
After enjoying many pastimes.
In the Ganga's water.
In the Ganga's water.
Yeah. So Johan, for you, don't worry. You just listen, okay? Because it's just your language, okay? But we have other people that speak English, and so just listen. It's the same thing. You just hear it twice, So just hear it twice there, And the others who know English better, it doesn't matter. You just listen twice. It's good. The more you listen, the better. Lord Chaitanya would happily. After enjoying many pastimes in the Ganga's waters.
After enjoying many pastimes in the Ganga's water.
Lord Chaitanya would happily return home.
Lord Chaitanya would happily return home.
There, after properly worshipping Lord Vishnu.
Thereafter
properly worshipping.
Thereafter properly worshiping Lord Vishnu.
And Lord Vishnu and watering Tulsi Devi.
Lord Vishnu watering Tulsi Devi.
And Lord Chaitanya would take his meal.
Lord Chaitanya would take his meal.
After his meal. The Lord would at once take his books and go to a secluded place.
At once would take his books and go to a secluded place.
Then the Lord wrote his own commentary.
On
the sutras.
On the secrets.
On the sutras. He who is the jewel of the demigods. Became plunged in the nectar of study. Seeing this, saintly Jagannath Mishra floated in bliss day and night.
So I can repeat that.
Jagannath Mishra floated in bliss day and night.
Jagannath Mishra floated in bliss day and night.
But he never revealed his happiness to anyone.
But he never revealed his happiness to anyone.
Okay, let's chant a little bit from here. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
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 Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
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 Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama. Can I hear you chanting? Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
So
Hare.
we'll get you back here. Let's try Johan here a little bit. Thank you. Keep going. Okay, let's get Johan here. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Let's see what kind of act he does here today. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What happened to Johan? There he is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Srila Gaurahari, that's van all devotees. Ik zet me allemaal op basis. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
There he is. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Okay.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So
Hare
gazing at his son's face.
At gazing at the sun's face.
Okay. Let's see how it works with you.
Hare Krishna. What you're doing
Jagannath
with me?
Mishra.
Sorry again.
Okay. Jagannath Mishra.
Jagannath Mishra,
Again and again,
again and again,
felt indescribable happiness.
felt indescribable happiness.
By thus drinking the nectar,
But thus drinking the nectar.
and you got to repeat too there. Yes. Huh? Yeah, okay. Okay. By thus drinking the nectar,
But thus drinking the nectar.
sight of his son's handsome form,
Sight by the son of his form, Krishna.
Jagannath Mishra.
Jagannath Mishra.
You kind of got to go with him. Attain liberation
Attain liberation
from the material world.
from the material world.
You'll get the hang of it. This takes a little bit. The happiness of liberation
The happiness of liberation
is happiness in name only.
is happiness in name only.
In his heart,
In his heart,
Jagannath Mishra
Jagannath Mishra
decided that the happiness of liberation is very insignificant.
that the happiness of liberation is
Insignificant.
insignificant.
Hey, you know, and a little bit about this, you know, it's interesting as I was reading this, this is the secret of helping the devotees, the Vaishnavas. Liberation comes very, very easily with chanting. A lot of devotees, they kind of get in a liberated state, free of miseries from chanting. But what we're doing is another stage. See?
The heart.
And yeah, and so those who start to come here and listen, because all I'm doing is I'm looking at Lord Chaitanya through my ears, and that gives me a certain kind of happiness. That's more than liberation.
That's true.
And so when when the devotees, the Vaishnavas, when they start to come, whoever it comes, they start to hear from the devotee who's just bringing the Lord here before them. And the happiness from that, you get darshan like that through the devotee. Yeah, so the devotee, because at this stage it's another stage of chanting, because you're getting the happiness that these devotees got by seeing the Lord. See, but they had devotion. So it takes, if anybody comes and listens to a devotee who has activated this bhakti devotion, and you hear, it brings you to another stage, because most people are chanting with persons that are on the level of namabhas at best. You could be, they might be chanting with those who are nam-aparad, so they're really like, you know, you don't get off the platform associating with hypocrites too much, you know, people.
Yeah, but that is true what you are saying, because I was chanting also so much years, and it's actually now with association with you, Maharaj, that I really start feeling in your heart. Others was more here, was chanting like, and there's, but now you feel really more and more the happiness inside your heart. And that is actually what we have to do. Most of the people are still here, chanting and reading everything from here. Yeah. But if you are here, it's
I mean, it's a liberation. You get liberated from the miseries of the world, you know? But still, that becomes insignificant when you get this taste, because then you get a taste for this, and then you look, oh, that's kind of not that big a deal anymore. Yeah. That's a little bit
different, you know. That's also, I said one time, it's possible that some devotees will get angry. It is better you can chant one time the Maha Mantra with this from your heart, Then
Yeah.
chanting 60 rounds automatically, and it's like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that. So you see that work. Then the Lord's devotees got to see the Lord, and that brought their happiness to the level of this Bhagavan level of relationship. And it's in the heart, because the devotion is there, awakens with the. See, these are the eternal associates. So you associate with one devotee here, it gets you off that, that stage, and you see this other stuff is insignificant. Otherwise, even the gurus, like I was listening to this, one of these gurus, and he's talking, and it's people, you get kind of, but it's all up in here, it's like, it's like, that's pretty insignificant.
I already get tears now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's. Look at that happy face. It's a lot more you're better, isn't it?
Yeah, but that is true, it's, you start really tasting it. Like, for people who don't know all these things, they will say, how is it possible that you start tasting? But it's true, just start tasting. It's more, sweet and sweet, and coming more sweet and sweeter.
Actually, you sit here too. Actually, sit here.
It is so amazing, Hare Krishna.
The action, yeah. Gotta get in the action, man. We're gonna put her in the action here too. There you see the action. Look at that. Look at that happy face. Yeah, and that's how it is, isn't it?
Well, but actually, that was also I was praying for Krishna, that the people can see that what we are doing, it's really the truth. That people can say, "Oh, he's really happy. What's the secret?" Yeah. That is also where I really tried to pray to also to Krishna, that the purity from the soul can get more and more out, that people can see, wow, that is, then you can also much preach, then, because I already see this sometimes, and if you go outside to the shops with the people already like, and then I'm thinking, what is something wrong with me? But it's something to do with it already. Yeah, it's something to do with my association with you and then all the devotees, that something is changing.
Yeah, it's a vibration, man. Yeah. So it's just, the Lord brought his devotees here. So as soon as he appeared, it activated their relationships, and they just naturally were like that. And they saw everything like this. Everything was insignificant. And those who associated with them began to get the potency and get this devotional potency, which makes the Lord's form on this level manifest beyond liberation. And that's the whole thing for the Vaishnavas and the Krishna movement at this point, is they need to associate with those who are deeper into their relationship and activated on the level of devotion. And then they'll just naturally think, oh man, just for liberation, I want to be with these kind of devotees. See, because this is the confidential associates are like this.
No, it's really, it's amazing now, because Ali, for people who don't have this taste, it's not easy to understand. But if you associate more and more with you get more and more this taste, it's much more going much more for the heart. The happiness, yes. Sometimes on my bike, I really have to watch what I'm doing, or I was smashed. It's like that sometimes on the road. From happiness, sometimes I can even dance on my bike when I'm doing this Harinam, it's like shh.
So the devotees activate the devotional potency inside, and then you get a deeper taste when you're chanting the name or at the pastimes, especially the pastime.
It's so amazing. We're so fortunate to have you, Maharaj.
Well, I'm very fortunate to be, engaged in service, man. I mean, what is life without serving?
That's true.
In the Lord and the Lord's the parampara. This is great. It's great for me. Love it. So thank you, Prabhupada. See, the devotees have to engage us in service, in whatever service, so it goes on like that. All right, so
it's so beautiful.
So the Lord wrote his own commentary. On the sutras.
On the sutras.
He who is the crest jewel of the demigods.
He is the crest jewel of the demigods.
became plunged in the nectar of study.
Became plunged in the nectar.
Seeing this, Jagannath Mishra floated in bliss day and night.
Jagannath floated in happiness day and night.
See, and that's what we're doing. We're hearing, we're seeing through our ears, and we float in this bliss day and night. So that's the path here. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, but it means it. Also in Sanskrit, the first beginning is hearing.
Yeah.
That's more important.
See?
And
That's why it is.
From the right person.
Yeah. Got to activate it through the sound vibration. Because, that's what it is for me. I mean, if I have to chant these verses and hear that sound vibration. I mean, I meditate on them too. That's also good. But it's mainly you're chanting the verses, chanting the mantras, and it activates. So then it activates for others too, because that's the process.
But if you get it, because I read it, somebody wrote that when I'm coming ecstasy, they cannot hear anymore because I'm crying or laughing, and then you cannot hear anymore what I am reading.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, then you get the benefit of the ecstasy. But then, sometimes it's with all the tears, sometimes actually we cannot see anymore that I'm reading. It's like, but it's tasteful. It's so amazing, the parts of Lord Chaitanya. It's so.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really tasteful.
Yeah, especially when you're activated, man. Seeing this saintly Jagannath Mishra.
Seeing this, the saintly Jagannath Mishra
floated in bliss day and night.
Floated in bliss day and night.
He never revealed his happiness to anyone.
He never revealed his happiness to anyone.
But we're not following that path. We need to reveal this happiness to others.
Yeah, because everybody in this world now is so morose. So if now we can say, wow, what secrets. These devotees have become more and more happy. We want to have also doing this then. Then they will understand.
Yeah, we got to teach the philosophy of this, why it works. People don't know why this is working. Why you should take an association with persons who hear through their ears the transcendental sound and then transmit that sound to others to awaken their bhakti. If they really, this is Siddhanta here. This is the truth. And this is how it works. I mean, it's in the books, but who is telling? People think, here they got the books telling you that that's how you do it, directly or indirectly like this. This is indirectly teaching how it is. And if it's not pointed out, you go and listen to anybody. Listen to the speculators that are on the liberation level, and that vibration can only take you there.
Yeah, but also like a mother read a few days ago when I was also live, and it's true. Most of the devotees thinking when they read the song of Samsara Davana, it's only Prabhupada who had this ecstasy, he's laughing and crying. It's not meant for us. It's only for Prabhupada and Paramparam, but it's not meaning for us. It's also meaning for us, Because I already told you sometimes, if you read Caitanya-caritāmṛta at first, then Madhya Lila, I believe, chapter 3, verse 15, all own and reverent, you will not get Krishna. He doesn't please him.
Yeah.
So that they have to understand really, because I know there's some devotees, they said, I'm so afraid to get on the altar because I don't do offenses. But it's normal you will do offenses. So if you accept this, okay, I will do something stupid. It's normal.
Yeah.
But if you always stay in a mind from, I will do offenses if I go on the altar, if you're looking for the deities, I will do offenses. Then what is your mood to Krishna also is afraid. Yeah, but Krishna, he will react like that also to you. I never had this, I know some devotees, they were like, what are you doing with the deities? Yes, but I said, I want to have a personal relationship with Krishna, But so much they are still afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So don't be afraid of Krishna.
Yeah. Also, the main thing is also to see the devotees who have, the Guru has those qualities we're reading in the samsara. I mean, they might not be engaged with all those things that they were doing 500 years ago, but they'll have the main attributes of taste. And because of such deep taste, they are always hankering for that more relish, because that's their life. So that's the eagerness for proceeding with Krishna through hearing and chanting about the pastimes of the Lord.
Yeah, and the feel of the ecstasy is also amazing. It's also special.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. So gazing at his son's face. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gazing and gazing at his son's face.
Gazing and gazing in his son's face.
Jagannath Mishra again and again.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Maybe you just want to go off and listen. You want to just go.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it will be better if I know where it was, but it's okay. I will just hear.
Yeah, you sure? Maybe it's better for you.
Yeah, it's easier.
Okay. Yeah, it's easier.
Thanks, Marek, for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. It was awesome. Yeah. So we'll get, let's see, who else we can get. Oops. There we go. Madhu, we had him on. We can get him again, I think. Yeah, we'll get him again there. He was there, but I don't see his little circle. Is that Balaram there? Yeah, but he's not, whoever it is, yeah, he doesn't have a camera. Okay, we're adding Madhusudan. Let's see if he gets here and makes the trip. Yeah. Okay, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. So anyway, all right, so I'll just keep reading and we repeating. So gazing and gazing at his son's face.
Gazing and gazing at his son's face.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just walked in.
Yeah. Jagannath Mishra again and again.
Jagannath Mishra again and again.
Felt indescribable happiness.
Felt indescribable happiness.
By thus drinking the nectar sight of his son's handsome form.
By thus drinking the nectar of his handsome form.
Jagannath Mishra attained liberation from this material world.
Jagannath Mishra obtained liberation from this material
So,
world.
you know, isn't this a wonderful path? This is you know, that you associate with devotees who chant these things, and they're associating with the Lord like this and get this indescribable happiness. And then you get that same ability. You get this same ability to chant and also taste this indescribable happiness and be liberated from the material world. Isn't that a wonderful path? Isn't that so simple? You know, to come to the point just by associating with ecstatic devotees who see like they saw back there, but through their ears. You know, and it, because it works, it produces the same indescribable happiness. You know, like Dasud sees, right? Dasud sees the Leela and everything. And I just read the Leela, but whose tears and ecstasy is a little bit more? Mine. Still, he's seeing and still experiencing, and his depth will go on and deeper and all. And I haven't even seen. I haven't seen what he's seen, but still, by seeing through the ears, you develop it. You don't have to particularly see the Leela. The main thing is you have to feel this kind of happiness from chanting these verses, from chanting the mantra, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Feel that indescribable happiness from associating with the name. That's it. That's Krishna consciousness in a nutshell. And that comes from associating with devotees who chant like that. Simply. Okay? Simple path, man. Yeah. So the happiness of liberation is happiness in name only. In his heart, Jagannath Mishra decided the happiness of liberation is very insignificant. And remember, we talked about this chanting a name only thing. See, so even on the liberation, it's like a name only. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, you chant the name without feeling a depth of relationship, other than I just feel really liberated chanting. You know, I met a lot of New Age people, like they chant Hare Krishna all the time, and they feel the bliss of that. But they do it for liberation. They feel, wow, I just feel like really liberated and all that. But they don't, you know, understand. You know, they don't like want to know anything more. They just chant and just feel liberated. You know, I get free of miseries and stuff. But they don't associate with devotees who are beyond. They associate with their friends who also chant for liberation. Krishna Das, kind of like that. You know, gets them off drugs, and that's okay. The Lord came to do that. He came. He said, you know, just get people, give them something better than the world. You know, it's free them from suffering. Very easy to attain liberation through chanting holy name. You know, especially if you get out of the association of the namaparades. Because otherwise, that's a name and fame thing, and it can make you keep you morose. Unfortunately, that's there too, you know, with a lot of. Okay. So again and again, I offer my respectful obeisances.
Again I offer my respectful obeisances
To the feet of Jagannath Mishra.
to the feet of Jagannath Mishra.
And again, gazing at him. Okay. So gazing at him, Jagannath Mishra thought in his heart, perhaps some witch or demon will attack my son. Fearful, Jagannath Mishra prayed that Lord Krishna would protect his son. Overhearing this, Lord Chaitanya smiled. Jagannath Mishra said, O Lord Krishna, you are the protector of everyone. Please place your auspicious glance on my son. Calamities will never enter the home of a person who remembers your lotus feet. So, isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that the real path? Is to get up in the morning and remember the Lord's lotus feet. Remember, hear and chant together. And just do that forever. See? Otherwise, Maya's calamities will always attack. That's what Maya does. She's always attacking Bhakti. That's why we need this. The better association we have, and chant in that association, the more we're protected from Maya's calamities. You start to realize how important it is. Yeah? See, and pulling in that vibration where you kind of really feel it strong. Important. You get the shelter. See, sound vibration. The shelter. We create it like a. It's almost like a. You know, see those. Did you see that movie, Doctor Strange? Of course not. You don't watch movies. He created all these things with his amulets, mystic things, and shields, and all that stuff. That's what we do. Just taking shelter of the Lord. You don't know big, complicated, mystic things you have to learn, and all these books he was studying and everything. Did incantations. All we do is chant Krishna's name and everything is accomplished. You don't need all kinds of different shields for Maya and all that. All you need is loving relations with God. He comes in and protects everything automatically. Of his devotees. See, even those on the level of Vaidhi, their love might be small because of awe and reverence. But as that increases, they get more feeling. You feel the more protection. You're getting something, right? You're getting some protection from doing right. That's why you wouldn't. If you didn't get any taste, you wouldn't do it. See, but then you get around devotees where it's more intimate, and you feel like the Lord comes closer, man. Then you start to really notice stuff. You know, beyond the just being liberated, you start to feel this intimacy. It's wonderful, you know. It's all about that, man. Calamities will never enter the home of a person who remembers your lotus feet.
Calamities will never enter the home of a person who remembers your lotus feet.
Homes where you are not remembered are filled with sins.
Homes where you are not remembered are filled with sins.
Yeah, and you know, that's why the devotees come here, and Jesus came here, and Lord Chaitanya came here. They were remembering Krishna, but a little more distant, more kind of at best the liberation level and all this. Yeah, so if you're not getting the benefit of this, the witches and ghosts will still attack. And I've seen that. I was just in Mayapur, man. And sincere devotees, but because of their association there with persons who are just still on that level of hypocrisy and everything, they don't even know it. They think, well, this is right and everything. I see them with my own eyes attacked by ghosts. Own eyes ended up in the crazy farm. I couldn't believe it. People committing suicides. That's a ghost thing, you know. In there, you're depressed and all this stuff. I was in Mayapur. Can you believe that? This is what, it's not all are like this, but there's a lot of that going on. Because they're not getting the shelter. You got to start to get the shelter, you know. And you got to start to learn what is real devotional service. What is the real Siddhanta? The Christians are also having problems because of their Siddhanta is not clear. The Vaishnavas have it all here in their books, but they don't understand the doggone stuff. See? Therefore, and like Krishna said to his father, he said, hey, don't worship Indra, and I'll tell you why. See? He said, and when you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, you'll get the better result. It's the same thing. If you know why you're worshiping Krishna and how to do it right, and where do you find out how to do that? You find a person who is worshiping on the level, who has beaten Putana, doesn't drink from the Kalya lake, and has reached the ecstatic platform. Who else can tell you? They'll tell you, well, you know, the person who is a real teacher, he worships the Lord in ecstatic love. The Lord gives them the right understanding. You hear from them, then you found Guru, now you're out. You listen to them and you're just going to get more ecstatic, more blissful. You're going to get the better result of what the heck the books are teaching. Because only they know really clearly. The others are all speculating. You know, I see it. See, even the gurus, man, Guru, I see it. Oh, Guru Dev, man. And the guru's just going around in his mind and all that. Okay, that's fine. But it's, there's a deeper level of this. Yeah, so for those who want to go to the more than that, that's what this is about. This is shooting for the rhinoceros, getting this. Did you remember they had Ghostbusters in ISKCON or something?
I remember.
Yeah, they were really serious about
There
it.
was one man, an Indian man, that used to fly over the world and come in and bust goes.
Yeah, you see, there should be no reason. And see, if you're doing that, that means you're not getting a deep result of the desired result. You're not even getting liberation. You should be liberated from ghosts. They're not in the liberated platform. So that means nam-aparad, man, level. See, offenses. Yeah, so that, and I've always seen, that's why I never really was attracted to devotees. I was not attracted to that level. It's just the way it is. I'm here not to take that. I'm here to give this, you know. I don't want that. I don't want to be, who needs ghosts and all that stuff, man, you know? See, so they were doing that, and they still, now they're going to probably need another round of that, because that's a lady just ended up in a hospital because of attacked by ghosts in Mayapur. I mean, you know, it shows you there needs a lot of help here. And I see in the Christian sector, they also need, man, there's people that are touching the ecstatic level, but their Siddhanta is not clear, not good, and they have problems. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of work to do, man. Only not so many doctors. Yeah. Calamities will never enter a home of a person who remembers your lotus feet.
Calamities will never enter a home of a person who remembers your lotus feet.
Homes where you are not remembered are filled with sins, witches, ghosts, and demons. Stay in those places.
Homes where you are not remembered are filled with
sins, witches,
witches,
ghosts, demons. Stay in those places.
Stay in those places.
This is described in the following words of Srimad Bhagavatam.
This is described in the following words of Srimad Bhagavatam.
This is 10th canto, actually. My dear king,
My dear king,
wherever people in any position
Wherever people in any position
perform their occupational duties
perform their
occupational duties
of devotional service
of devotional service
by chanting
by chanting
and hearing
and
hearing
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu,
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu,
there cannot be any danger from bad elements.
there cannot be any danger from bad elements.
Therefore there was no need for anxiety
Therefore there was no need for anxiety
about Gokul
about Gokul,
while the Supreme Personality of Godhead
while the Supreme Personality of Godhead
was personally present.
was personally present.
Yeah. And so that's it, man. You know, especially those devotees there, they had devotion for Krishna. And so that's what we need to do, is associate with those who actually have this actual potency of devotion to Krishna. And then you see the stronger result you'll get. Because people, if you don't have that devotion to Krishna awakened yet, then your result will be less. It's just natural. It's just 1 and 1 equals 2. You just got to, see the logic of that. So we need to associate and develop faith with those who are on this platform of devotion to Krishna to actually really be liberated from this world. Even liberation is tough because it's all mixed in there. People are not clear who is actually liberated and who isn't. It's like a mixed bag and all this. It's only really when you, do you get all this protection when you're worshiping the Lord on the level of ecstatic love, because the Lord gives such understanding. It's like, it's amazing, it's like, and still nobody understands it unless they begin to listen to such devotees, hear from them with some faith. And so, and then that means they have to empty out stuff. Yeah. So go get the harmonium, please.
Okay.
We got the drum. Sit in that chair because you're going to play the drum. We don't have any other drum player. What are we going to do? You're it, man. This is a variety show today. We're trying different things. The main thing is we're associating with Krishna, doing it different ways. Experimentation. Okay. I'm playing this because nobody else knows how to play. Do you know how to play this now?
I'm practicing.
Practicing. Yeah. I'm practicing that thing too. And you should learn something too.
I'm trying to learn them all myself.
Yes. I only know 1 tune, but we'll just play it anyway. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, let me take this off here. You sit a little bit closer so we can get you both in the camera. There you go. Move over a little bit. She moved over it. There you go. That's good. You got drum room there? Yeah? Okay, great. There you go. You both in there. Ah, there we are. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
So let's give Johan a chance now. Get up there, Johan. You're on.